Hello everyone, Superman here, coming to you with another DCUO video, just going over the showcase of the Blue Lantern abilities. I had this video planned out once the power augment came out, but I wanted to be able to get them all first. Obviously, being able to show you all them um, all at once, just to kind of give you the rundown of everything and what they look like and how they work, everything like that. But first, what I'm going to do is tell you about the artifact and what it does. This is a healer based artifact. I would say preferred. I know some people might say it's a battle healer in a sense, like it can work for both. In my opinion, like I feel like you can use it for more of a battle healer or just a regular healer in itself. So I mean, either way go, it's a healing based um, power augment. I'm pretty sure it's similar to the White Lantern one. Now, the White Lantern one only had that three, but the White Lantern one, it had specific things for specific roles, just like the Blue Lantern one. But the Blue Lantern one seems like it's mainly healer more than controller. So, like, as you can, or troll, as you should say. Like, I see the only troll interaction that it has is reduces the target's damage output. So, and that's only for one ability, and I think that's the shield ability, which I will show. But it's mainly a healer based artifact, and it grants abilities, the pacifying strike, and it dazes enemies taking additional damage. Throw a hard light construct, damaging and knocking down a single target. Troll roll, it reduces the target's damage output. Grants ability empowering pulse. The power interactions, it dazes enemies, making them vulnerable to dazing effects. And you have unleash a burst of hopeful light to damage and knock away nearby enemies, healing you and up to three group members. And then you have heal roll, being healed targets gain hope burns bright, increasing might. So I personally like that aspect of what this ring does when it comes to that. But you have the grants ability hope wave, launches a wave of light to damage enemies, follow up with additional waves of light damaging enemies. The third strike also heals group members. And then you have grants ability beacon of hope, constructs a sanctuary that heals and cleanses sorrow for you and allies standing in the area. And it's a healer role based thing that heals targets, gain hope burns bright, increasing might. And then you have the surging barrier supercharge is gain a surge of power and control immunity, create three hard light shields to defend you, reducing damage you take by 10% per shield. Combo abilities deal extra damage and pulse out a heal at the cost of one shield, healing yourself and group members. Group members affected by Hope Burns Bright are healed more. So, like it stated, it's more of a healing based augment, and obviously this is our second one. We do have two more, which I'm pretty sure I specified in the late video, or if I haven't, I'm going to specify it in this video. Besides our White Lantern ring and Blue Lantern ring, we do have two more power array augments. Do we know which ones they're going to be? Not yet. Am I hoping for a Kryptonian powered one? Yes. I know a lot of people are trying to beg, or more or less not just beg, but they're anticipating on a Kryptonian based one, which will be perfect. I had a friend who said they are looking for a speedster based one, so I feel like that one will be a dope one to have as well. But who knows what the next two are going to be. Um, but for now, we have a White Lantern and a Blue Lantern power ring. Now, going into the abilities, um, we have the one that throws the shield, and I like it. Now, this one I'm pretty sure is a troll one. So this is the one that where if you throw it, you know, it does what it does. You have the flower. Personally, this flower is nice. I like using this flower. I use it myself for my tank build. It damages and stuns. As you can see, they are dazed, and it doesn't knock back upon usage, but it also gives you a heal. You have the strike here. I forgot the names on them. Let me actually look at the names on them before I just sit here and start spitting them out. But you have the pacifying strike, empowering pulse, which was the flower. You have the pacifying strike, which was the shield. You have the hope wave, which I just used. Apparently, there's a tap to it. I couldn't figure out how to do that though. I'm not gonna lie. Combos, tap range, overpowering hope wave, tap range, invigorating hope. Interesting. So there is a tap to it. I wonder what it is. Huh. I can't do the tap. Weird. I must be pressing the wrong button. Well, that's Beacon of Hope, which is probably my favorite one out of all of them. But oh, there we go. I did that. Oh, yeah. That's how you do it. Okay, word. So once you press it and you press 3 times, that on which button you press it on or have it on, it sets. So for me, I have it on triangle. So you hold for me, it's R2, and then you let go of R2, and then press away until it decides to finish. So that's those two. And then you have the supercharge ability, which is the shields. Now, if I remember correctly, this stacks. So this is more or less like a combo thing. Like you would have to have a combo ability to have it pulse. I currently don't have a combo ability on, so it won't pulse out unless I put a one on. Um, but I have seen it in action. It is a pretty dope artifact. Let me actually grab a combo ability real fast for y'all and just grab my supercharge back up real quick. It'll take a second to kind of get that in there. Put a supercharge generator on to make this easier. Put on my supercharge generator. Build the supercharge up real quick just to get it to where it should be. But I'm also gonna spam out the blue lantern abilities as well just to kind of get used to using those. But I only use 2 of them, so they're pretty decent for Earth if I'm gonna be completely honest. So if anything, if you would are that's you know what, now thinking about that, that's something I do want to mention. If you are a tank role based power, Earth, atomic, fire, whatever, or ice even, you can use 2 of these abilities, 3 of them, or all of them, depending on how your build is set, whatever the case may be for it. But most of these abilities, I think 2 of them at least, are pretty entertaining to use, in my personal opinion, especially for tanking raids or elites or elite buses and stuff like that. Um, Let me see here. Um, right. All right. So, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So let me pop the supercharge here, and if I'm pretty sure if I do this correctly, I use jackhammer or spam jackhammer, and you will see the shields kind of like burst out. So let me see if I did this correctly. Yep. Okay. So yeah, just like that. So once you use a combo ability like jackhammer, you'll see those pulses that pop out from the blue lantern ability itself. But that's pretty much the blue lantern ring. Um, Power augment. Now, the ones that I use for my builds, um, I'm gonna kind of go over. I like to use Beacon of Hope because this is basically a heal and damage kind of thing, to where it's like this buffs my damage and it ups my damage and it heals me at the same time while I'm in it. Plus, mixing it with the magma vortex, the ground damages and heals at the same time as well. So it's just like having those two mixed for this build is probably it's dope for me, in my opinion. Um, but for my actual tank build, I have Beacon of Hope and the Flower. And the reason why I have the Flower is because it also kind of does the same thing when you release it or when you use it, it does heal. So, like if I were to do Beacon of Hope, but then lasso enemies, I can have them burst back, but still have them controlled in a sense for when I lasso them. So like it'll be it's a solid crowd control, so you don't get attacked or more like not attacked, but like you are able to withstand a lot of enemies at once. You know what I mean? Like this will stun them while you're killing them. So like if they're stunned, because usually, for example, when I'm in raids or in elites, I tend to lasso enemies, but the enemies tend to damage me way harder, especially the ads. So ads being in that and then popping this tends to keep them controlled more on the damage that they put out on you itself. It kind of takes away the damage from myself, so I like to at least burst them away, but still have them lassoed to keep them in control. So that's just a little thing for me that I tend to do when it comes to using the 2 abilities. I think the only 2 abilities for me that I use are those 2. Like you might see other Earth tankers or PvP people use these 2 abilities, and the supercharge I know is a good one as well. But I don't use jackhammer, so the So that one isn't really relative to me, but I think that one, the supercharge, is more of a PvP based Blue Lantern ability, if that makes sense. I'm not going to sit here and say it's for PvE because I don't want to sit here and give y'all the wrong information when it comes down to using it. But if you use it for PvP, go for it. I'm not going to sit here and say you can't. I'm not going to sit here and say it's not an option for you. Is it a good option? I would say so, but I feel like it's more PvP in my opinion. But others may disagree, others might agree. If you feel like you have an opinion on the supercharge itself, leave it in the comment section down below. And let me know what you think of it. If you feel like it's more of a PvP based supercharge, or if you feel like it's more of a PvE based supercharge, definitely let me know in the comment section because I'm definitely willing to learn a little bit more about the supercharge because I'm kind of iffy about it in the sense of having to build it and replace my current shield for it. Like if I wanted to replace this shield, my gemstone shield, I was thinking about replacing it, but at the same token, I don't want to replace my gemstone shield for a supercharged shield and then like I go into a mission and I'm dying more because of it. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's one of those kind of shields where I feel like that's the reason why I say it's more PvP because it's just a supercharged shield that you can pop at will or at the time of you having full supercharge and then going from there. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here and say it's a shield that you can just have on like any other shield like gemstone shield or hard light shield or the white lantern shield. Like there's a distinct difference from them, and I feel like the supercharged one is just more of a PvP based one where it's just like it's just an extra just in case one of the other three are like overridden or broken, if that makes sense. So what I mean by overridden or broken, if I were to pop the white lantern shield, I pop hard light, and as you see, the white lantern one broke, but I just got a heal from it breaking, if that makes sense. But then again, that's still a waste of a shield in my opinion, or more or less, that's still just like a shield that I just used just to break. You know what I mean? So that, and then you have the iconic ability, which is another thing, especially the new one that also gives you a shield. And if you haven't seen the video of me going over that, this is what it is. And as you can see, it gives me a second shield because of the Superman artifact, which I also have a video on. So if you haven't seen that video, definitely go check it out so you can understand the builds that I'm using and why I have them the way I do. But that's kind of why I feel like having that supercharge is more of a PvP based thing than a PvE. But then again, I could be wrong. Um, I do know for a PvP build, I do have something that I'm trying to work on. So I am working on that a little bit more. So I do plan on either using that ability or not. But I just know from if we're gonna sum it up, excuse me, this ability and then the flower are my go-tos personally. So if you want to have a tank build and you want some good abilities, you have Beacon of Hope, you have the I forgot its name, the Empowering Pulse and Surging Barrier. But I would say Surging Barrier do not use as a replacement for your regular shielding like Gemstone Shield, Hardlight Shield, or the White Lantern Shield, or anything like that. And I would say the same for the Sunstone Dust Blast. Do not replace it as um, a main shield for your others because they're supercharged based. So just giving that, just throwing that out there for y'all. But like I said, if anything, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, definitely leave it in the comment section down below. Definitely just let me know if I'm missing anything or anything like that. Like if I'm misinforming, definitely please let me know if I'm misinforming because I don't like to put out wrong information, but I'm just giving out my opinion on it. So others might see it differently, others might use it differently. I just know I'm working on a lot of things when it comes to builds and trying to incorporate the Blue Lantern abilities into my builds. So I would like to have, both opinions on if I'm giving wrong information or giving the right information, or sometimes in the middle to where it's like I'm giving right information, but just I need to tweak this or whatever the case may be. So that would be gratefully appreciated when it comes to those things, especially for the people who know more about the ability than me or know what it's good with better than me, if that makes sense. Because I'm not as experienced as others. Like, for example, Geo Force 100. He is more of a PvP based person. He knows about the Blue Lantern abilities. I would say Iconic Simulation knows about the Blue Lantern abilities. Meta Knight knows about the Blue Lantern abilities. Multiverse, that girl from AU, like they all probably know about the Blue Lantern abilities more than I do. So when it comes to that, they have better information, or if anything, I'm going based off what they say, or I'm just going off my own experience, mainly going off my own experience. So being able to just get information on if I'm right, if I'm wrong, in the middle, what I can work with better, how to do it better, that'll be greatly appreciated. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Much love to you all as always, and I will see you guys in the next one. Much love again, and I'll see y'all. Peace.